Hi, I'm Galina, and in today's episode, you will learn about Project Monma, an organization that helps women from Africa make money to support themselves and their families. Enjoy today's interview, and I will see you in the comments below. How did you start Project Monma?
Well, I started because, I went to northern Uganda and I was working there with child soldiers, and I heard many stories of, violence and abuse against women, and, hearing stories about what was happening to the girls that were being abducted and taken away to fight in this rebel group, and, they were raped and then they would get pregnant and they'd come home and then everyone would reject them because they were raped, and it was just, incredibly unfair. And I've, before that and after that traveled, in many other parts of the world, Latin America and through Asia and Europe and the Pacific, and it's the same thing everywhere. There's this terrible violence and abuse and discrimination against girls and women, and just got really fed up with it, and felt that I wanted to be part of this movement against, that's standing up for the rights of women, and wanted to start something. And I'm wearing some right now. I knew these beads that these women were making in northern Uganda were something that perhaps I could help the women sell them, and because I think money is a big key to empowerment. I think that when you have the means to support yourself and protect yourself and so forth, it's you know
Well, I've noticed one thing, and for example, in Russia, right? Making money being a woman is not really a virtuous thing, if you know what I mean. So a woman has to be a teacher, a musician, an artist, So, and I love this, jobs and everything, but traditionally they're very low paid.
yeah.
So, do you feel like this mindset is also present in other countries that you visited?
I think it's present in every single country in this world, more in some than others, but it's everywhere. And keeping women in low paid jobs or paying them less, which is still, here in Australia, that's happening also, is a way of keeping control of women. It's a way of keeping them vulnerable so that the men can have power to do what it is that they want to the women. And it's everywhere. So I think by letting women, giving them a means to access their own money is not only allowing them to be able to provide for themselves, and statistics have shown that women that will spend more money on their families and on their children, whereas men have a large tendency to spend on alcohol and things like this.
Yeah.
You're not only working to help a woman, but you're working to help the community, because women are more likely to be responsible with the money, and also allowing women just to have a say, just to have more power. Like, when money comes into the household, if the man has control over all of it, he has control over everything that happens. And the woman is relying on him completely for food, for everything, and he knows it, and that gives him a space to be abusive, to go off with other women, and if she doesn't like it, too bad. Whereas if she has also got a say in when the money's coming in, if she has her own money, she can say, if he's being abusive or if he's being unfaithful or anything that's upsetting her, she has more of a means to separate from that. Which is, it's a lot more complex than that, but um,
Yeah,
yeah,
I absolutely agree with what you're saying.
yeah.
So, how do you make the project sustainable, or how are you planning on making it sustainable financially?
Well, the idea is that we're fundraising at the moment, and we've raised just almost half of what we need. and we're going to buy the jewelry directly from the women. So that's giving them a market right there and then. And then we're going to sell the jewelry online, and also we're going to try and sell it in stores. We've got a store in Perth that's stocking the jewelry now. And actually today I was looking around at some of the stores here to see if they would be interested. And I'm going to do the same in Melbourne and just keep wherever I go in the world.
Yes,
And
that's a brilliant idea.
yeah, so what we'll be able to do through that is that we'll buy the jewelry from the women, and then we'll be able to sell it at a higher price. And so what we want to do is use the profits from that and put it into a scholarship program to start helping girls go to school, to keep the idea of women's empowerment, helping women become stronger. Um, so it's both, it will hopefully do a circle. So we sell the jewelry at a higher price. That gives us more money from the profits to not only buy more jewelry, but to start the scholarship program, and then it will hopefully sustain itself like that. That's the plan.
I love
Yeah.
that. I love that. Especially because I'm in love with the African crafts, and
Yeah.
they're so beautiful and they're so earthy, and they're so connected to the nature and everything.
Yep. Yep.
And also, I think it's a brilliant way for women who are usually um, the ones who carry this culture, who they tell the stories to their kids about their culture, and so I don't know what to call it actually. So they kind of transfer this cultural heritage into their kids,
Yeah. 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 I've
and
heard the expression of women being called cultural gatekeepers, like
cultural
the
what?
front gatekeepers. So women are always sort of at the front of every culture, and honor is often, the honor of a society or a family or a group of people is often, comes through the woman and her behavior and her things. So yeah, women are always, yeah, women are very powerful. Women are very strong. It's just men would like to make us believe that we're not, and but we are.
We are.
Yeah, and I really want this message to be given through Project Monma. I mean, I want it to be very much an awareness raising campaign, as much to because people just don't know that this is going on, or if they do, they think it's only a problem that's for themselves or in their community. They don't realize it's a global problem, and they're not alone. So I wanted to raise awareness, but also to make women feel strong and make women feel powerful, and that they can do whatever they want.
So are you going to be traveling around Africa and collecting and buying out this crafts or jewelry from
I,
ladies?
I would love to. I would love to stick in Central Africa because this is really conflict ridden and there's a lot of problems. Um, so what we want to do, if we can make it work in Uganda, then we want to go to Congo next. And my partner in Uganda she already works there. She works for a Japanese organization. Um, so she's already spoken to women there, and yeah, so that's our next goal. And then I would love to sort of look into southern Chad. There's a lot of refugees living in southern Chad, Central African Republic, then there, South Sudan, that kind of area. I would love to be able to expand. Yeah, maybe Kenya. Yeah,
So
Tanzania.
is it the plan for this year or for the next year?
I would say this year is about getting it up and running and making it work and finding some, buyers and so forth. And then hopefully next year, I mean, yeah, we've got to make it work. Um, but hopefully next year we'll be able to. Yeah, but my big dream is to make it big, and to have yeah, be helping a lot of women. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I love that. When did you start the Monma website?
We started this about a year ago. It's taking us a while because everything we've done we have got through volunteers, so everything just takes a really long time. We got our logo designed by a graphic design school in Adelaide. Like I just wrote to a bunch of places, and this teacher wrote back, and he said he would help. So he turned it into a class project and got all his students to design different logos, and then they sent them to us, and we chose the one that we liked, and then we needed a banner to go with the logo, And so again, I wrote to just graphic design schools like everywhere. And one man wrote back to me and said that his kids were like finishing up their projects, but he would put up a notice on his graduate board. And then this woman saw it and liked it, and she said she would do a banner. So she did the banner, and then she's now our marketing manager. She got really excited by the project and really wanted to help. So she's been great, and she's got all these online campaigns going for us. So yeah, like we just it's been really wonderful actually. We've got an accountant from our university, and he's really excited by the project. So he's agreed to be like our own accountant, and yeah, we're just getting everything together and learning as well, because none of us have done anything like this before. We're all development people. We've never done business or anything to do with marketing or web design or anything like that. So it's all been a big learning curve. But yeah, so
That sounds great.
yeah, it's so nice to see. You know, when you start something like this, you do it because there's so many bad people doing bad things, and it makes you want to do something to help those people that are victims of those bad people. And it's so nice to see when you start something like this, all these people offering to help and give up their time, and you know, you see the good side of people coming out because of these bad people that exist. You know, so it's really nice.
You know,
Yeah.
I heard about this thing, skilled volunteering. So there are some people who prefer to help with their design skills, or marketing skills, or sales, or IT, to social projects like yours.
Okay.
And I need to look it up. I'm going to interview one guy who does apps for social enterprises.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if it's completely free. I think it might be free for just a basic app.
Yeah.
Um, so I actually found quite a few companies who help out like that. So who are going to be the women that you want to help, and how are you going to find them?
Well, like I said, I was in northern Uganda, and I became very good friends with a woman up there who's working for the Japanese organization, and she has organized women's groups that are making the beads. So yeah, these women are through her, and the women in the Congo are also women that she's contacted and she knows because she's African, and she's yeah, she works there. So she's got that's her job. That's her side of it, is to project manage the groups over there. And then she's got there's another partner of hers that she works with is also helping out. So yeah, his name's Jimmy, and he also works for the same organisation as her, and is going to be working with us to help manage the groups. So yeah, and then for any other ones that I will go there. Like if we start in South Sudan and so forth, I'll go there and have to organise that. But yeah, for the moment, we'll start with these women that are already organised through my friend.
Is there any risk for you to go look for this women?
At this stage, no. I mean, because like I said, the women are already my partner is already in contact with them, and she's um, yeah, no. I mean, northern Uganda now is fine. It was a conflict zone for many years, and now it's in it's a post-conflict zone, and there hasn't been any fighting there for a while. So no. Congo, yeah, maybe. There's this is like officially the most dangerous world in the dangerous country in the world for women. Like, so I think in some parts of eastern Congo, estimated 90% of the women have been raped. It's just systematic rape going on there. So yes, for any woman to go there would be dangerous. But I, at this stage, won't be. Because my friend, she goes there twice a year anyways for her work. So we would um, the women will be making the jewelry. We'll go there when she goes there twice a year. She'll collect the jewelry from them, pay them, and then bring it back. And that's the idea of what we're doing at the moment. But yeah, I mean, there's always a risk, of course. Yeah.
So, are the people who work for with your project, are there mostly women? Because I think I saw a couple of guys on the team.
Yeah, no, there is. And originally I only wanted it to be women, and then Brian, like I said, Brian got involved, and then our two advisors are both men, and I realized that actually when we're speaking about women's empowerment, it should not just be women speaking out for it. It should also be men. In fact, most importantly, it should be men. So yeah,
That's a
so I
great
like
idea.
I like that it's a mix, and they're all really good guys, and you know believe that the project is doing what it's supposed to be doing, and that it's right. The accountant is a man also, and very thinks it's a great project and very important and so forth. So yeah, yeah. So it's good.
Congratulations on your work. It sounds so good.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be effective.
Who are your supporters? I mean, not only people who decided to volunteer their skills, but financially, um, other companies or just individuals supporting you, funding this project.
So far, our funding has come through fundraising and donations. So we've also got a donate button on our website. But the Indiegogo has been doing quite well actually. Um, so yeah, I would really like to be able to get you know more funding from donate, and I will look at doing that. So yeah, hopefully that could be a possibility for the future. What I want to do is find, because here there's a lot of Africans are coming here as refugees or as immigrants and so forth. So I want to find a bunch of guys who are hip hop artists, and I want them to all write a song about women in Africa, and then I would like to do like a little concert where they sing as a fundraiser. This is what I want to do. I think it'll be tricky finding men from Africa that are willing to sing about violence against women. But yeah, so we've got a few more fundraisers and things planned.
That sounds great. Well, good luck with the new project.
Thank you. Thank
I'm
you
so
very much.
happy to find you, Joanna.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
That was the interview with Johanna Higgs from Project Monma. Have you heard about similar projects? How do they work? Please share your insights in the comments below. And if you think this episode will help somebody, please share it. I'm Galina. Thank you for watching.